Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and honorable judges. I'm Raya Aqilah Azahra from SMA Negeri 1 Banjarnegara, participating in NSDC 2026 as the first speaker of the opposition team. Our motion today is this House regrets OpenAI transition toward a for-profit structure. As the first opposition, I believe that AGI technology must benefit humanity. But to achieve that goal, we must survive the financial reality of technology investment. The government team lives in a world where advanced AI can be built using small donations or bank loans. They regret the profit structure because they see it as greed. But let's reframe this debate. The transition to a for-profit structure was not about greed. It was about survival. Building advanced AI requires billions of dollars, and my stance is simple. I support the change to a for-profit structure because it is the only way to get the massive funding needed to compete, survive, and build AI safely, and I proudly oppose this motion. Ladies and gentlemen, let's address the government's claims. First, they said that OpenAI can only rely on grants or bank loans without selling shares. This is a financial delusion. Training models like GPT-4 requires billions of dollars for computing power and NVIDIA chips. Nonprofit foundations don't have this kind of cash, and no commercial bank will lend billions to a nonprofit with no collateral. Selling shares is the only way to survive. Now the government tried to mitigate this by saying they can get charity grants and save money from taxes. And I have three responses to this. First, Microsoft doesn't do charity, they want commercial returns. Second, charity grants only give millions, but we need billions. Third, being tax-free is useless if your bank account is bleeding from high computing costs. Second, they claim releasing ChatGPT quickly in 2022 was a dangerous mistake. This is wrong. In AI safety, this is called iterative deployment. Releasing AI to the public step by step is actually safer. It gives schools, governments, and society time to adapt and make laws gradually. Keeping AI hidden in dark lab for decades and then released a high, powerful AGI will cause a massive shock to the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, now I have two arguments I would like to present today. First is how the profit structure allows OpenAI to survive against massive tech monopolies. In the real world, OpenAI does not operate in vacuum. They're fighting against cash-rich tech like Google and Meta, who have unlimited money from ads and search engines. If OpenAI stayed a pure nonprofit, they would lose all their top talent to these giants and couldn't afford the infrastructure. Look at the actual case. In 2019, OpenAI created the capped profit structure. This change allowed them to secure $30 billion in investment from Microsoft. This money is what allowed OpenAI to build massive supercomputers like ChatGPT. Without this profit transition, OpenAI will be bankrupt today, and Google or Meta would completely control the AI market with zero competition. Second is about the Public Benefit Corporation or PBC model as the legal shield for safety. The government team acts as if OpenAI became an evil corporation. They completely ignored the fact that in 2025, OpenAI changed into a public benefit corporation. In normal corporation, directors can be sued by shareholders if they don't maximize profit. But in PBC, it's different. By law, a PBC is required to balance profit with the public interest. Look at the actual PBC framework. If OpenAI's safety engineers find bug and say, we need to delay GPT-5 for safety reason, the board can legally stop release. Shareholders can't sue Sam Altman for losing money because the company legal mission is to protect humanity. The transition to a PBC gives OpenAI the legal teeth to prioritize safety while using $billion of private money. Ladies and gentlemen, would you rather have a bankrupt nonprofit OpenAI that cannot build anything, or a well-funded OpenAI that can compete with Google and Meta and has legal power to keep AI safe. The government side leaves the entire future in the hands of unregulated, purely greedy monopolies, and our side ensures OpenAI survive and use private wealth to fund public safety. And by these reasons, I proudly oppose. Thank you.